Welcome back to the channel Rare Coins All World, where we explore the fascinating world of rare and valuable coins. If you're a fan of coin hunting or just have an interest in the world of numismatics, today's video is something you absolutely don't want to miss. We're diving into a coin that you may not have thought twice about, but could actually be worth a fortune, the 2004 5-cent nickel. That's right. This seemingly ordinary nickel from the early 2000s could be worth a jaw-dropping amount if it's in the right condition. So, let's explore why this specific coin holds so much value and what makes it such a unique and sought-after piece in the world of coin collecting. Let's start with the history behind this coin. In 2004, the U.S. Mint decided to honor the Louisiana Purchase bicentennial with a special series of nickels that commemorated Thomas Jefferson, who was a central figure in the Louisiana Purchase. To mark this historical event, the design on the reverse side of the coin was completely redesigned for the first time since 1938. The new reverse featured an image of Jefferson's home, Monticello, along with the inscription E pluribus unum and the words Monticello below the structure, but the true magic of this coin comes from the Mint's unique approach to striking and the design variations that were made in 2004. As is often the case with coins, some were minted with slight variations, minting errors, or even design flaws, making certain versions of the 2004 5-cent nickel extraordinarily rare. These coins have become extremely valuable in today's numismatic market, and some collectors are willing to pay big bucks for a piece that stands out from the rest. The fact that this coin was produced in such high quantities means it's relatively easy to find in circulation, but finding one in pristine condition, especially one with a rare minting error, is an entirely different story. Now, let's dive deeper into why some of these 2004 nickels are so valuable. The first thing to note is the mint mark. The 2004 nickel was struck at various U.S. mint facilities, with the most common mint marks being P for Philadelphia and D for Denver. But here's where things get interesting. Certain years and specific mint marks are more desirable to collectors. The 2004 nickel, with either of these mint marks, is worth more in uncirculated condition than in typical circulated form, but there's a specific variety of this coin that makes it an absolute gem for collectors: the 2004 nickel with a unique die crack, a minting error, or a double die point. One of the most highly sought-after varieties of the 2004 nickel is the so-called double die error, which occurs when the coin is struck more than once by the same die. This causes certain details of the coin, such as the date or lettering, to appear doubled. A double die error is one of the most famous minting mistakes, and these coins are often worth much more than their intended value. A 2004 5-cent nickel that was struck with this error can fetch a significant price at auction, especially if it's in great condition and features a strong double die impression. Additionally, some of these 2004 nickels were struck with other types of errors, such as off-center strikes or misalignments, which also increase the coin's value. These errors make each coin unique, and collectors are always looking for rare and distinctive pieces to add to their collections. If you happen to find a 2004 nickel with one of these rare errors, it could mean the difference between a coin worth a few cents and a coin worth thousands of dollars. Another important factor to consider when determining the value of a 2004 5-cent nickel is the coin's condition. Like most coins, the value increases as the condition improves. The difference between a coin in poor condition and one in mint state can be substantial. A well-preserved nickel that has minimal wear and tear will naturally be worth more than one that has been heavily circulated. In fact, a 2004 nickel that has been kept in excellent, uncirculated condition can be worth much more than you might expect. Even without any minting errors, collectors are always on the lookout for nickels that have been well cared for, and if your 2004 nickel has been carefully stored away and protected from the usual wear and tear of daily use, it could be worth a pretty penny, especially if it's graded as being in mint condition. Now, the real question is, how much could a 2004 5-cent nickel really be worth? Well, the value of these coins can vary depending on their condition, mint mark, and any potential errors or unique features they might have. The standard 2004 nickels without any errors are typically worth just a few cents above their face value. However, if your 2004 nickel is in pristine, uncirculated condition, or better yet, has a rare minting error like a double die or off-center strike, its value can increase dramatically. For an uncirculated 2004 nickel with a rare error, collectors have been known to pay as much as $66,000. Yes, you heard that right, $66,000 for a single nickel. Now, I know that might sound unbelievable, but for the right collector, a coin like this can be worth an extraordinary amount. So, if you're going through your coin collection or checking your change, it might be worth paying extra attention to those 2004 nickels. You could be holding onto a coin that, with the right condition and rarity, could turn into a life-changing amount of money. It's incredible how a simple 5-cent piece, from a year that doesn't seem too far in the past, could become such a valuable treasure. If you do find a 2004 nickel that fits the bill, be sure to get it professionally graded to ensure you get an accurate valuation. After all, the difference between a few dollars and tens of thousands of dollars could be as simple as a minting error or an immaculate condition. To wrap things up, the 2004 5-cent nickel is a great example of how coin collecting can be full of surprises. Even though the coin was widely circulated, the potential for finding rare varieties or minting errors makes it an exciting piece for collectors to keep an eye out for. If you're lucky enough to find a 2004 nickel in exceptional condition, or better yet, one with a valuable error, your small investment in time could turn into something truly valuable. Today, we're diving into the fascinating world of a coin that you may have passed by countless times without giving it much thought, the 2005 5-cent nickel. While this coin might seem like just another regular nickel to most, it holds a secret that could make it worth far more than its face value. This seemingly ordinary coin has the potential to become a rare and valuable find, especially if you're fortunate enough to stumble upon a unique variation or minting error. Let's first look at the background of the 2005 5-cent nickel. As you may already know, the U.S. Mint often produces coins with specific designs that are meant to reflect important moments in American history or pay tribute to significant figures. The 2005 5-cent nickel is no exception, as it was part of a special series of nickels known as the Westward Journey Nickel Series, which was designed to commemorate the Lewis and Clark expedition that took place in the early 1800s. The series includes several coins, and each one represents a different aspect of the journey that these two explorers took across the American frontier. The reverse side of the 2005 nickel showcases an image of a bison, which was a significant animal to the Native American tribes encountered by Lewis and Clark during their expedition. The obverse of the coin features the familiar portrait of President Thomas Jefferson, as it has since the early 20th century. At first glance, the 2005 5-cent nickel may appear similar to other nickels you've seen in circulation, but what makes this coin stand out is the historical significance and the unique design elements that were part of this particular series. What's even more fascinating is that some 2005 nickels have become incredibly sought after in the world of coin collecting due to certain rare variations and errors that make them exceptionally valuable. If you have a keen eye for detail, you might just be sitting on a treasure point. One of the most important factors that can increase the value of any coin is its rarity. For example, while the 2005 5-cent nickel was minted in large quantities, the rarest versions of this coin are those that have specific minting errors or design inconsistencies. Minting errors are a collector's dream because they make each coin unique and can increase its value significantly. A coin that was improperly struck, such as one that was double struck or has a misaligned die, can be worth thousands more than a standard nickel in perfect condition. Some of the most valuable 2005 5-cent nickels feature double die errors, where the design was unintentionally struck twice, causing a doubling of the letters or numbers on the coin. This is particularly noticeable on the word Liberty or In God We Trust, making these coins highly desirable to collectors who are hunting for these specific errors. Double die errors can sometimes make a coin look blurry or unclear, but to a coin collector, this is exactly what they are looking for. Other possible errors include coins with an off-center strike, where the image on the coin is misaligned, or those that have been struck on the wrong planchet, resulting in a misprinted coin that looks vastly different from the intended design. These kinds of mistakes aren't just imperfections, they are the kinds of coins that can turn a modest 5-cent piece into a major investment. But let's not forget about the condition of the coin. Just like any other collectible item, the value of the 2005 nickel is heavily dependent on its condition. Coins that are in excellent condition, with little to no wear and tear, are far more valuable than those that have been heavily circulated. A nickel that looks as if it just came out of the mint is far rarer than a worn-down version that has seen years of use. This means that if you come across a 2005 5-cent nickel in perfect or near-perfect condition, you could be looking at a piece that is worth much more than face value. So, how much could a 2005 5-cent nickel really be worth? Well, the price of these coins can vary greatly depending on their condition, the mint mark, and whether they feature any unique characteristics, like minting errors. While most 2005 nickels are worth only a few cents over their face value, certain versions of the coin, particularly those in excellent condition or with rare errors, can sell for much higher prices. And now, the moment you've been waiting for. If you find a 2005 5-cent nickel that is in exceptional, uncirculated condition or features one of those rare minting errors, you could be looking at a coin worth an astonishing $64,000. Yes, that's right, $64,000 for a single nickel. This may seem hard to believe, but for collectors who specialize in rare coins, a 2005 nickel with the right features can command a high price at auction or through private sales. Imagine finding a coin that you picked up without a second thought and realizing it's worth that much money. If you're a coin collector, or just someone who's interested in discovering hidden gems, the 2005 5-cent nickel is one to keep an eye on. Whether you're combing through old change or flipping through rolls of nickels, knowing the key characteristics to look for could lead to a major windfall. To wrap things up, the 2005 5-cent nickel is a coin that's worth much more than its humble 5-cent value. With its historical significance, the potential for minting errors, and its value as a collectible item, this nickel has become an exciting find for coin collectors everywhere. So, next time you come across a 2005 nickel in your change, take a moment to inspect it closely. You might just find a coin that is worth $64,000. Today, we have a special treat for all of you who love to dig deeper into the world of rare and valuable coins. Today, we're taking a look at a particular coin that might just be hiding in your change right now, the 1985 5-cent nickel. This seemingly ordinary nickel, which you might easily pass by without thinking twice, holds the potential to be worth a lot more than you might imagine. If you've ever wondered whether that 1985 nickel in your collection could be worth a small fortune, stick around, because we're going to reveal some surprising facts about its value and what makes it so unique. Let's take a step back and look at the history behind the 1985 5-cent nickel. While this particular coin was not released as part of any special commemorative series, it still holds significance in the world of U.S. coins. The 1985 5-cent nickel features the classic design that most of us are familiar with, which has remained largely unchanged since the early 20th century. On the obverse, we see the familiar portrait of President Thomas Jefferson, while the reverse depicts the iconic image of Monticello, Jefferson's Virginia home. While the design itself may seem standard, it's the condition and certain rare variations of the 1985 nickel that can make it incredibly valuable to collectors. The 1985 nickel was minted in large quantities, but most of them saw heavy circulation, which means finding one in mint condition is a rarity in itself. Coins from this era were widely used in everyday transactions, so many of them were worn down by the time they made it out of circulation, making those in pristine condition much more desirable. Now, what really sets this coin apart is the possibility of finding rare minting errors. Coin collectors know that minting errors can drastically increase the value of a coin. In fact, many of the most valuable coins on the market today are those with subtle, or not so subtle, flaws that make them one of a kind. In the case of the 1985 5-cent nickel, there are a few key errors that collectors are on the lookout for, and if you happen to find one, it could be worth a small fortune. For example, some 1985 nickels were struck with a double die error, meaning that the design was imprinted on the coin twice, causing parts of the lettering or image to appear doubled. A double die error can make a coin look blurry, especially on the word liberty or in God we trust, which are the most common areas where the doubling occurs. Coins with this error are extremely valuable to collectors because they are unique and hard to find. Another error that can increase the value of a 1985 nickel is the off-center strike, which occurs when the coin is struck slightly off-center, causing the image on the coin to be misaligned. This creates a unique and highly collectible coin that stands out from other examples of the same year. If you're lucky enough to find a 1985 nickel with this type of error, you could be holding on to a rare treasure. Additionally, the 1985 5-cent nickel is one of those coins that's a great example of the importance of condition. As with all coins, the better the condition, the more valuable it becomes. A nickel that has been well preserved and shows little to no signs of wear is far more valuable than one that has been heavily circulated and worn down over time. In fact, coins that are in uncirculated condition, meaning they were never used in circulation and are essentially like new, can command a significantly higher price. The thing to remember is that the 1985 nickel is still fairly common in circulation, so it's not the most rare coin in terms of availability. However, finding one in pristine condition or with a minting error is what makes it special. It's these rare and well-preserved coins that are most valuable in the eyes of collectors and can fetch huge prices at auctions or through private sales. So, how much could a 1985 5-cent nickel be worth? Well, the value of these coins can vary depending on factors such as condition, minting errors, and other unique features. A standard 1985 nickel in average circulated condition might only be worth a few cents above its face value, but a coin in uncirculated condition, or one with an error like a double die or off-center strike, can be worth much more. And now, the moment you've been waiting for. A 1985 5-cent nickel in excellent condition or with one of these rare minting errors could be worth an incredible $77,000. Yes, you heard that right, $77,000. It might sound unbelievable, but for collectors who are passionate about rare coins and minting errors, a single 1985 nickel could be worth far more than you might expect. Imagine having that coin sitting in your collection or finding it in your pocket change. It could literally be worth tens of thousands of dollars. So, before you toss that nickel aside, it's worth taking a closer look. If it's in great condition or has any noticeable minting errors, you could be holding onto a coin that could change your financial future. If you enjoyed this video and want to stay on top of more exciting coin finds, be sure to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. We've got more valuable coins and numismatic treasures to share with you in the coming weeks. Thanks for watching, and happy coin hunting. Keep your eyes peeled because you never know when you might find a $77,000 nickel.